meet you at Skywatch TV. It's an honor to interview you today for Colonel David Giammona and I's upcoming book, The Military Guide to Disarming Deception, Battlefield Tactics to Expose the Enemy's Lies and Triumphant Truth. I'd like to start by reading your bio. Jimmy Evans is a longtime pastor, Bible teacher, and best-selling author. He is the founder and president of XO Marriage, a ministry devoted to helping couples thrive in strong and fulfilling marriages. Along with his wife, Karen, he is the host of Marriage Today of Jimmy and Karen, a nationally syndicated broadcast television program, as well as a weekly podcast of the same name. For 30 years, Jimmy ministered as senior pastor of Trinity Fellowship Church in Amarillo, Texas, where he now serves as apostolic elder. He speaks at dozens of live events every year to tens of thousands of people. Jimmy has written more than 17 books, including Marriage on the Rocks, The 4 Laws of Love, Strengths-Based Marriage, and Tipping Point, which represents the culmination of a lifetime studying and preaching on biblical prophecy with an eye on current events. Jimmy and Karen have been married for 48 years and have 2 married children and 5 grandchildren. In our upcoming book, The Military Guide to Disarming Deception, Colonel Giammona and I will explore the pervasive deception enveloping the world today and what people can do to avoid the pitfalls of deception as we approach the return of Jesus Christ. Based on what you've learned over the decades in your studies of Bible prophecy and current events, how prevalent is deception today? What would you consider the greatest deception in the world today?
Well, it's pervasive. You know, the Antichrist spirit is everywhere. Jesus, when he was asked in Matthew 24 by the disciples, you know, the signs of the times, first thing he said is, don't be deceived. You know, false Christ will come. And then the Apostle Paul in 2 Thessalonians 2, that really is the primary sign that he gave, is that there would be a great falling away from the truth. And as the Antichrist was arising, that Satan would come with all lying wonders and all unrighteous deception. And so we see that today. And the greatest lie in the world today is the lie of humanism. It's the lie that Satan told Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, and that is that you can become like God. Humanism is the unofficial religion of America, and that is that we believe that man doesn't need a God; he can save himself. Our schools have become very humanistic. Many of our churches have become very humanistic. Romans says that they worship the creature rather than the creator. And we see even a lot of religious institutions now more focused on people than on God. So I believe that the greatest deception of all is that we don't need God. It began in the Garden of Eden. And today you see people that they just simply don't believe they need God. Church attendance is dropping. The percentage of people who say they're born again Christians is dropping in America. And there are some pockets of revival around the world. Oddly enough, Iran, China, some of the most difficult places in the world, militarily or, politically, are actually havens of the gospel. But in America, the greatest deception, I believe, just simply is we don't need God. Because as our nation shows it right now, we desperately need God. We're on the decline. You see what's happening in America right now with Afghanistan, with COVID, with all these kind of things. It has simply shown how frail we really are and how much we really need God.